was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Brady. The open man is Clark, complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, it's Brady. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
The first carry for the legend, it's Bo Jackson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now on 2nd and 13, Vick. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Brady going to throw. He lets this one fly toward the... And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of get ball.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, mine's 50, mine's 50. Let's go, baby. Return up. Get that ball. Get that ball.
On 3rd down, Vick. Being chased down left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And Sanders now to return. We're scoreless after 1. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know. Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. He can't hang on.
On 3rd down, Vick forced out to his left. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. Gronk's first catch, good for a first down.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
I got one. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Check tight. Mike's 50. Let's go.
2nd and 5 now. Vick. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Check 24. What's the Right. 50's the mark.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easy.
Now Vic stripped. He lost the football, and the Jags grab it. Does the big boy have the juice? And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken short. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Open man for Lukaski complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. Hey, we got to get this. 50. You going to see me in your nightmare.
First down, Vic. Open man is Galladay, complete. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Rush in. Check three. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Again, it's Vic. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by an American hero, Pat Tillman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, now Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by 9-time Pro Bowler Ed Reed. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes.
Oh, and now Vic throwing another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Vick operating on 1st down. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. On 1st down, Sanders. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw on 3rd down. Vick dancing to his left. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Night Train Lane. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Wait, 53! 59. Wild Bill. Switch. Under 10, 10. Hey, check it.
On 3rd down, Westbrook. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I'm coming after you. Mike, check. Ozzy. I got you, son. I got you. Hey, my 7. Hey.
Now Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Pat Tillman. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here, and sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Vick with a give to Sanders. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Brady. And he completes it to Westbrook. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now Sanders. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a 1-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. 1-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
Escaping the pressure right. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Vick. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Here we go, 50, 50, Mike 50. Hey, come on out here, come get some. Come get some, come on here, come get some. Here, Mike's 50, man.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. Buying time to his left. Throwing deep. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Mike's 50. Yeah. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. In the face. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50. Here I come.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
Hey, 50 to Mike, 50 to Mike. I'm coming after you. Mike's 50, Mike's right.
On 4th down, Vic. And this is caught. He hits more. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Vic now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete. So it's our visitors with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Sanders. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Vic. And he's got his target. That's more. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Vic. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Brandon Graham in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
Watch that in. Got it right. Let's go, Mike 50. Mike 50. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Mike 50. Mike 50. Come on.
Vic to throw on 4th down.
Let's see what you got.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Wait, put it! Mike 59!
Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Wait, set, ready? Watch the twist, watch the twist. 72.
To throw is Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jerry Rice, 71 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Zane Gonzalez, ready to get this one started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Out, out, out. 3 down, 3 down. Out, out. Slam, slam, slam. Attack, attack. Flare, alert, flare, flare.
They'll run on first down. Dickerson. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Good
Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff them in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
On 2nd and 11 now, Mahomes. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2.
Hey, here we go.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he's got a man. It's T.O. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
We want it. Come to my...
Hey, 43, 15. Okay, 57 colors.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
They run on first down with Jackson. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
We got it. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Hey, 43.
The field.
49, check 49, check 49.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess
At all, clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
they are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game. 2nd and 8.
Watch tight end. Alert. 3 down.
Fight on these two. Hey, let's go.
Snap coming at 1, and it's Mahomes. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check 52.
15.
Check.
Hey, Ripland.
Deuce.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Easy. Hey, 57.
Tighten up. Shift. Kill. Shift. Watch the shift. No. Off.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
I'm coming after you.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down.
43!
Check three, check three, check.
Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday.
And run for it. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. Sean McVay's gamble does not pay off. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Ray Lewis up from his linebacker spot to make the play.
I think when people start talking about the greatest Ravens of all time, Ray Lewis's name comes up pretty fast, doesn't it? Tackles like that, just the tip of the iceberg when you start to talk about his talents.
He was their 2nd pick after the move to Baltimore. What was that, 96?
Yeah, 1996. Jonathan Ogden was the first.
And Ray Lewis also 2-time Super Bowl champion and the MVP of Super Bowl 35.
380!
52.
Play action. Now it's Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert.
72. 52.
Here's Brady. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Hill on the return. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mahomes. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters. And this is what he's always had. And that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The 49er great Patrick Willis in on the tackle.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they try the right side here. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. 24 yards as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken short. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by an American hero, Pat Tillman. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Wait, set, 53!
Check 52, come on.
Go, tackle, let's go. We got this. We got 53 in now.
Now a handoff looking right. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Wait, set, wide, 20.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Wait, set, 53.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
Writing down your ad.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Wait, set, Alabama, 390.
Watch the pass.
Sugar, sugar. 50K, zoom.
Bandit.
No, 66.
Now a play fake. Brady going to throw deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Regular.
Throwing again. Brady. The open man is Westbrook. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Hey, 66.
Again, it's Brady. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. George Kittle there to make the grab. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Mahomes. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
I know retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Night Train Lane. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. The final shot before half for Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll start the 3rd quarter here on the ground. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Gonna give this time to the tailback. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Play, here's 2nd and 4. And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Kevin Green. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Wow, first and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Brady now to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The Ram fans in this old stadium on their feet. Third and goal. Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Go, go, go.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10.
Jack, go get him, go get him, go get him. Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh? I'm coming. Let's go, Mike 50, Mike 50. Coming to you, coming to you.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Hey, red blitz, red blitz.
Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete. Calvin Johnson, the intended receiver. But now it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Mahomes throwing on fourth. remaining, and the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
Wait, 10. Wait, 20.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Hey, check it.
On first down, Westbrook. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
3 down.
They'll keep it on the ground. Westbrook, and he'll get this down only to the 18. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. To throw, it's Brady. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Brady going to go on 4th down. And this is incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
On first down, Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He finds his man Johnson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. Mahomes now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he will find T.O. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Mike 50. Mike 50. I know he ain't got it.
Hey, 15, 15, 15.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
43.
Hey, 50. 50's the mic. 50, bravo. Stop your whining.
Attack.
Check 3.
15. Let's get it. Let's go.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Night Train Lane. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. So the victory here for Seattle, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough. But, yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Check 52 to Mike. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. 5-2 to Mike. Mike 5-2, Mike 5-2. Alpha.
On first down, Brady. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays. And some room to work. An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Cunningham, flush to his right, and that is
gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
an incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line. On 3rd down, Cunningham. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now a give right side. Westbrook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. And a guy that knows a thing or two about making tackles behind the line of scrimmage, Kevin Green, at it again.
How about the ferociousness that he played with? And you remember that long flowing hair that came out of the helmet? Almost like a lion's mane for him, right? Try to keep a lion away from what a lion wants to get. That was Kevin Green trying to block him when he was trying to accumulate quarterbacks and guys with the foot.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Terrell Owens there to make the grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken short.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do it. That's caught at the 25. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. 68 yards. And the Steelers are going to retake the lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself,
he can't get away, and Brady will go down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Play action. Now it's Brady. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Night Train Lane. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
52's the mic. Oh, here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Alabama, 380.
Hey, check.
Brady now on first down. And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Patrick Willis. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. They'll run on first down. Westbrook. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. To throw on 2nd down. Cunningham escaping the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Reggie White, what a force. Got back there for the sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Let's go, defense.
Let's go on. No, 66. Bravo.
You must be dreaming. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 53 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Clark. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together, the front and back.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patrick Willis. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. A good pickup there. 26 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. On 3rd down, Westbrook. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be taken short. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the former USC man, Taylor Mays. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So time for the 2nd half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42-yard line. Great return. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will put them on top here in the third. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. On first down, Westbrook. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll try the left side. Westbrook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Check that. Check 52. Come on. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he's got an open man, Clark. 25 yards that time.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk.
Right here.
They'll run on first down. Westbrook, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
All I know, call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and their side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Cunningham. Being chased out left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Throwing on 3rd and long. Cunningham. And the pressure gets to him again. Reggie White on the sack there, showing the explosiveness that led him to the Hall of Fame.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is...
Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On first down, Westbrook. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. He will push his way down to about the 14. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Wait, that flag 20.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now Brady. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a first down throw, Cunningham. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And it's a fumble. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Alabama, 380. Sugar.
And they'll indeed take a knee. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And they take a knee. A big one coming now for the kicker, Zane Gonzalez. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Boy, a tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
So now then, the penalties got him set up with a 1st and goal. They need to reverse. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 3rd and goal now as they look for that final touchdown to salt this one away. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Check my 50. Mike is a 50. Check my 50.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4.
Wait, set. 380.
52 right here. I'm coming.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
And let's pin the mirrors.
And they'll indeed timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. The Seahawks send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Tillman. There he goes left side. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
72. 52 is the mic right here. 72.
Now Brady. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Throwing after the interception. Cunningham. Now a desperation throw deep down. This is caught inside the 15. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. So the victory here for Seattle. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibilities through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
On first down, it's Cunningham. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cunningham toward the right sideline. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Ready, 50, Mike, 50. Squeeze, squeeze, double, double. Watch tight, tight ends right. Watch tight, tight ends right.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. Well, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by an American hero, Pat Tillman. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number one from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ted Hendricks making his presence felt. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. To throw, it's Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, you better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
This will be taken very short. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
He's going to wind up and air it out into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Night Train Lane. They were looking for Johnson that time. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Wentz. Forced out to his left. He'll hit Jackson, complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both, because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Great 15, great 15. Hey, Charlie.
On first down, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefit.
Johnson odds poke free. Football's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
3 down, 3 down. He's crazy. He's checking crazy. Check safety, check safety.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Night Train Lane. So from the 36 now, first and 10. From the gun, it's Wentz. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. They'll try again from the 36 on second and 10.
Watch the ship, watch the ship.
74.
Wentz now to throw. On the move to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a third and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Dancing to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown!